Yes, equestrian flow with this. Another question from y'all is asked till I give it the answer you wish that you had. So you put it in your backpack to bring it home. When you get home, you put it on your bed. You throw it along with your books that you needed to read. And you need to comb it home with your ink that will draw from the paper like so. We're gonna say this and absorb into the sun. Yes, that orb that will glow. You've seen it before, but don't stare too long unless you got some sunglasses on. Say this and make a pact with a rap, and then it's gonna be a pack of wolves that's gonna rip you up like you're not Liam Neeson enough to go up against them by yourself. You're gonna need some help, so you get the cops involved, give them a call. You think you know your number, but they forgot. Or maybe they have your number, dog, and they gonna show up at your house in a van that was black with all the tinted windows as well. Sit, don't get any candy from them. And then put your hat on backwards as you go to the game. That's me going off in the auditorium that's shaped like a clam. Cause this is a clam bake. Boom. Get in with some of this sophisticated shit that I read. Yes, I read The Far Side too much, so I'm living in that bitch. Give me some comic strips along with my eggs and my steak that are stripped. Strip steak tastes the best. Boom. Aquaman, 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 come out to play for a second, Aquaman. Aquaman does a dance, he makes the bubbles advance to the surface quicker in hand. And now I get this little clubber for y'all, because when he drops it down, he bringing the force. It's just gonna be a something waves added to it to add a little emphasis. Like I just said, this was effing best when I could've just said the second one. Now I'm gonna put y'all in the slump, gonna make your shoulders go down like you'll never hit the ball. Shit, you're never gonna get out that funk, little Mr. Roadman. Working right into the ditch, because that is where you slip. That's just where you're gonna slip and not end up gonna dead. Oh, pin him to the wall like the tail of a donkey, why not? Like we just had a ball when we went to this little party they throw. With the balloons on the end of street, because they trying to go higher up. They trying to get like Zeppelin, see? Because they want to be out of this infancy that they were in and be into the next stage of life when they get more big, because they could have been held up by some hot air that I threw. Just turn me on at my throat. You see the little latch and move just like so. It's just gonna rivet up, Mo. Just gonna get y'all involved, like you saw my show and you all just DVR, so you never missing one. But have it locked. Can you do it so it locks itself? Like you're gonna get the little key when you get that shit from out your pocket. Won't you just fumble with it like you're being chased by a killer or something? Does he wearing a mask? Or do you know who he is? Is it someone from town that you used to mingle with, and then he changed his style drastically so you guys could no longer hang out? Is it something like this? Is it something like this? This atomic flow that's gonna make a mushroom cloud when I drop it now. And this was gonna be what you want in your beaker, Mr. Scientist, with your lab coat on. I could say this like I just need to idolize myself. I make a little idol I put on the mantle right next to the candle so that the electricity went out. We can still give it a waltz, like we put a little spotlight on ourselves. So it's time for the show to start. We could have said this like give myself a plug, like I'm advertising, put up a billboard, and then I want impressions of myself, a couple handprints with the turkey girls. And then it's gonna go for all of y'all, because I just predominantly awesome, dog. I could have put this for a tweet, that's why I did, with the little bird involved. And now the little birdie told me that I was gonna rock. Simply put you in the grave or something. Put you under the dirt and then put a couple daisies on the flowers that grew real good. Give me my vitamin B's, that's all I need. A bunch of bees will be attacking you, I think. And your eyes will start to get stung, so that the stingers will get left and then they'll burn on. Like some of those candles I got on my mantles. This one's awesome, now it's just an example. And then you're gonna feed them because they just need to eat, son. They need some of that nutrition. Boom. Boom. TWA. The wackiest tactician with this. Just technology is advanced. We just need to reverse engineer it for a bit. Let's get this to NASA promptly right now, dog. Area 51 is where I belong now, because I just been nurturing my sound, dog. It's all that I think about. I'm so obsessed with just opening a portal again, because it happened twice or maybe more, I forget. I can't even count in one hand, so it had to happen more. But a couple of my pages been chopped off, cause I had to give them that sacrifice to someone. It was really dark, so who knows, and they wear a hood like they should be walking around in Florida, like they were a kid or so. And he just went on to get some of his Reese's Pieces. Now give me the sweeter ones, the ones off the top shelf, because you want to give me the ones from real low. And then we gonna say this for real now, like I just took out this umbrella and a ruler. And then we gonna say this TWA style, because it can't be mimicked like a movie you heard of. Oh, and the bus will stop when TWA comes out. When it comes out, and then the bus will stop. Oh yes, the bus will stop. Oh yes. Crime fighting reasons to rip this today, and then y'all just need to hear what I've got to say. Because we gonna get into this like it's an envelope. Just give it a grip, or just get some scissors that's sharp as shit on the edge. Yes, do some figure eight skating with them. Won't you do little jumps like you're being judged by a bunch of people just sit on far off. They should sit right in the middle, get in the mix. Like the mixer that goes to make some torpedo juice. Is how we get it drunk, like I just said Beetlejuice or something in this song. And then we gonna get soaking like a bunch of toes and just sit on the lawn when it got all moist from all the rain that will come and make a bunch of mud. Then they having fun. A bunch of frogs that sitting alone when they sitting. Bunch of frogs that sitting alone when they sitting alone. When they sitting alone. Yes. My flipper hand friends, yes, my toes that live in the forest like so, but they come to retreat to get some rain because it's coming to us in the northwest. And then we gonna say this, have a brush with death with every word we said. That's how tragic it could have been if I don't get them expressed. So that's why I spin the microphone like this. Some of the frogs that sit in some of the lawns like that, and they wait for the rain, and they wait. It's a tiny dancer with rap. Tiny dancer spinning, waiting for rap. Suckling and moist like one of these beef steaks that you bought. We could've gone back to Fremont because they got our order wrong. We sat for too long for the waitress to show up because there aren't any waitresses at Fremont. It's kinda like going to Safeway or Albertsons. It's kinda like going to one of them stores. That's the off-brand, that's the generic I thought. No, Winco was. That's close to Walmart. Thought it was something else. Was it a Costco? Who knows? Like this little limerick, should we get some more lime juice for this? If we got more citrus, I bet our team could get an advance, and then we could get a touch. If we're playing some rugby, that's kind of like football. It's almost the same, except there's more action. Everybody plays the same position, I think. We could get sameness and throwing the Pepsi can around. If we kick it 3 times, then we could get arrested in Springfield. If we got cartoon for a second and switch it into a different dimension, the boxes will start to get full by themselves by all the rain that will come if we live out the list, because the lids wanna be off somewhere else. Maybe they were in the living room with their feet kicked up, like on the abdomen, because this is before recliners were invented yet. Yes, we could have asked one of them engineers, they could have helped us perhaps, and then we could have said they sick at us raps. Yes, and put them in the wall for a wall. Like at the Waldorf, maybe this was a hotel. We were gargoyles who just sat up far up. And then we wanna watch as the fire will come, because everything will get lit like a birthday cake that comes in the dark. Once that door opens, it's like the flames for y'all. This was one day closer to your demise. By the older you get, so remember that inside your mind. And then we could have got like the sharks, except we were more like wolves. We had the tale that would spin in a tale of yarn, and a story to tell, so won't you gather around? I got a whole bunch of frozen yogurt, so it should be enough for all of us if the bowls were enough, but there wasn't enough spoons, so let's eat it with some forks. You just gotta eat it quicker before it melts, and then it would work. I think the story would help. Yes. So you're telling me, won't you telling me this time, telling me this time, a Pepsi dream, when you're telling me this time. And some of those caves were empty, so we go get something else, maybe a jar, fill them up. We can fill them up like Super Mario Bros. When you see this rhyme, then you too will meet this night. Yes. Little Cinderella, we gotta be done with this flow by 12 o'clock or it's gonna turn into a pumpkin. We gotta be somewhere else. When you're telling me this night. Oh yes, exceptional flow and nothing else. This from off the top of the shelf. This is the mannequin's head before it gets knocked and falls off. This is me knocking on the door, the hidden knock, so I can get in. It's like a secret passage when it opens.